in Landover. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Sewell has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll try the end around with Robinson, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop it behind the line. It's a loss of 4, and 3rd down.
Yeah, I need to mix it up from time to time because this bases can be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Sewell. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action. Sewell under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jamin Davis, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. Room here to run. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are on the board first here this afternoon. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 26. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2nd down, Hal back to pass. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson down to about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Powell. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. 23 yards the pickup there.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
That's caught at the 1. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Gibson, and Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. And come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Sewell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Howell. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Powell throwing on first down here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Giantsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's second down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. And it makes it happen because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers. Freed up the D-lineman to make the play.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on third down. Sewell will get this out to Barkley complete. And he's got room. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Boy, Saquon Barkley, nothing short of electrifying with a football in his hands, and he showed off one of his biggest attributes on that one, and that is his speed.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And the top speed he attained there, according to Net. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 75. And the Giants have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup of 38.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys, because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. 2nd down, Howell now. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Curtis Samuel, 47 yards. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sewell, he'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Throwing on 1st down, Sewell. And he'll just get rid of it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On a jet sweep, here comes Toney. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. But defensively, they have that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Sewell. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games. A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Third and long. Here's Howell. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
This is taken at the 23. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Howell throwing on third down here. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 39 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's good for 28 yards. It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. The play fake, and now here's how to throw it. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. A give up the middle to Gibson. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. 2nd down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. 3s all around. They'll go play action. Howell. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Sam Howell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 14. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Sewell throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the way. I think they've got to get the tight end involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete in the first half in the second half.
They should not stop them at all. Find it.
And the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Sewell. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen down as he's on to punt for New York. And it's fielded at the 34. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now in Lambeau. And the Packers adding to their totals there and their lead. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Off play action. It's Howell. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 51 yards. And the Commanders have scored again in this 3rd quarter. This time to move out in front. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Good footwork at the 30, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Second down and 8. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature of the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still pretty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Sewell. He finds his man. It's Robinson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Sewell. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set them up 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward Barkley. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They'll go to Barkley again. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. They'll get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. Looking to throw. Sewell. Open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a Giant touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. They get 1 more as the extra point's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Powell to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Now Washington now going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Operating from the gun. Sewell. He's got Bellinger. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit it. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
The kick by Bass is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Howell. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the first chance of this overtime will go to Washington as we are back underway. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles. My palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the third drive of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a first throw here in overtime. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. They'll run with Gibson. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 77 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Five yards remain on 2nd down. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates
under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Back to throw. Howell. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Sly able to put this one through, and they have regained the lead. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Commanders are going to win this football game here in overtime. A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you have both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you